Hey Leo, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm pulling cards specifically for you, and honestly, what I'm seeing here is something pretty intense. Someone in your orbit has been playing games, and the universe is about to serve up some serious reality checks. I'm getting this energy of secrets unraveling, of things that have been happening behind the scenes finally coming into the light. So let me just shuffle these cards and see what's really going on for you, Leo. All right. I just pulled the first card, and it's the Page of Swords. Right away, I'm getting this energy of someone who's been watching, gathering information, maybe even gossiping or spreading things about you. This page energy is youthful, curious, but there's a sharpness here that feels almost invasive. I'm seeing someone who's been studying your moves, keeping tabs on what you're doing, where you're going, who you're talking to. And here's what's interesting about this card showing up first. It's telling me that this person thought they were being clever. They thought they were operating in the shadows without you noticing anything at all. The Page of Swords carries this energy of communication that isn't always honest. I'm talking about half-truths, twisted narratives, things taken out of context and then shared with others. This person might have been acting like they're your friend to your face, nodding along when you talk, seeming supportive, but then turning around and saying completely different things when you're not in the room. There's this two-faced quality that I'm picking up on really strongly. And what's wild is that the universe has been watching this whole time. Every sneaky comment, every bit of information they've been collecting about you, every conversation where they've painted you in a bad light, it's all been recorded in the cosmic ledger, so to speak. I'm also getting with this Page of Swords that this person might be younger than you, or at least less mature in their approach to conflict. Instead of coming to you directly with any issues, they've chosen this indirect route of talking behind your back. Maybe they've been sending screenshots to mutual friends, or bringing your name up in conversations where it doesn't need to be mentioned, always with this subtle spin that makes you look bad. The Page of Swords can represent messages and communication. So there might have been texts or DMs or social media activity involved in whatever they've been doing. They've been using their words as weapons, Leo, but they've been doing it in a way where they can maintain plausible deniability if confronted. What I want you to understand about this first card is that it's showing you the method of what's been happening. This is how someone has been operating against you. But the fact that it's appearing in your reading right now means that you're being given awareness. You might have already had some suspicions, maybe caught some weird vibes, or noticed some inconsistencies in how this person acts around you versus what you hear through the grapevine. Trust those instincts because the cards are confirming that yes, something has indeed been off. The second card I pulled for you is the Page of Cups. And this is where things get really interesting because we're moving from the realm of air and communication into the realm of water and emotions. The Page of Cups represents someone who comes with emotional messages, romantic gestures, or creative offerings. Now here's where this connects to your situation. I'm seeing that either the same person or someone connected to them is going to try to come to you with an emotional appeal. This could be an apology that doesn't feel quite genuine, or a sudden declaration of feelings, or some kind of creative project or gift meant to distract you from what's really been going on. The Page of Cups energy is sweet on the surface, but I need you to be really discerning here, Leo. After someone has been operating like the Page of Swords, sneaky and calculating with their words, they might switch tactics and try to appeal to your heart instead. They know you're a Leo. They know you have a generous spirit and a big heart, and they might be counting on that warmth of yours to let them off the hook. I'm seeing this person potentially showing up with tears, with vulnerability, with stories about their own struggles that are meant to make you feel sympathetic enough to overlook what they've done. But here's what the universe wants you to know through this Page of Cups. Just because someone is showing emotion doesn't mean that emotion is authentic. Just because someone brings you a cup filled with pretty words and feelings doesn't mean you should drink from it without questioning what else might be mixed in there. This card is asking you to use your discernment, to not let your kind nature be taken advantage of. The pages are messengers, and this page is bringing you a message wrapped in emotion. But you need to look at the intention behind that message. I'm also picking up with the Page of Cups that there might be someone else in the picture. Maybe someone who genuinely does care about you and is trying to warn you about the situation. This could be a younger person or someone newer in your life who has emotional intelligence and can see through the games being played. They might reach out to you with information that helps you understand the full scope of what's been happening. So while you need to be cautious about emotional manipulation from one direction, stay open to genuine emotional truth from another. Now, the third card that came out is the King of Swords, and this is where karma really starts to make its appearance, Leo. The King of Swords is the ultimate authority figure when it comes to truth, justice, and mental clarity. This is someone who sees through the nonsense, cuts through the manipulation, and makes decisions based on logic and fairness. And the fact that this card appears after those two pages tells me that someone with real power or authority is going to get involved in this situation, or you yourself are going to step into this King of Swords energy and handle things with absolute clarity. I'm seeing a few possible scenarios with this King of Swords. It could literally be someone in a position of authority, maybe a boss, a mentor, a teacher, or even someone in a legal capacity who's going to see the evidence of what's been happening and make a ruling that's not in favor of the person who's been playing games. The King of Swords doesn't play favorites and doesn't get swayed by emotional appeals. He looks at the facts, he examines the evidence, and he makes a decision that's just and fair. So if this person has been spreading lies about you, if they've been manipulating situations, the King of Swords energy is going to expose that. But I also feel like this King of Swords might be you, Leo. You're being called to step into this mature, discerning energy where you stop giving people the benefit of the doubt when they've shown you who they really are. You're being asked to use your mental clarity, to look at patterns of behavior rather than isolated incidents, to make decisions based on what you know to be true rather than what you hope might be true. The King of Swords can be quite cutting when necessary, not out of cruelty, but out of a commitment to truth and boundaries. What I love about this card appearing in your reading is that it represents mastery over the realm of air, which is communication, thoughts, and truth. After all the confused energy of the Page of Swords with their gossip and the potentially manipulative emotion of the Page of Cups, here comes this king who just sees everything clearly. He's not fooled by tears or excuses or attempts to twist the narrative. He knows what's true, and he's willing to speak that truth and enforce boundaries based on it. This is your sign, Leo, that you have every right to cut through the confusion and address this situation head-on. The fourth card is the Empress, and wow, this energy is so powerful for you right now. The Empress is about abundance, creativity, nurturing, and natural authority. She's the divine feminine energy that creates and sustains life. And what I'm getting with this card appearing in your reading is that while someone has been trying to undermine you or make you look bad, you've actually been growing, creating, and building something beautiful in your life. The Empress doesn't concern herself with petty drama because she's too busy being productive and abundant. I'm seeing that whatever this person has been doing behind your back, it hasn't actually stopped your progress, Leo. You've been out here, manifesting, creating opportunities for yourself, building relationships that matter, working on projects that excite you. The Empress energy says that you're in a fertile period of your life where things you plant are actually growing. And here's the beautiful karmic twist. While someone has been wasting their energy focused on you in a negative way, you've been focused on positive creation. That difference in energy output is going to show itself in the results you each experience. The Empress also speaks to your value and your worth. I feel like this person who's been operating against you might have been threatened by your natural Leo charisma, your creativity, your ability to attract good things into your life. Maybe they've been jealous of opportunities you're getting, relationships you have, or just the general warmth and abundance that follows you. The Empress is a card of magnetism, and you, Leo, you naturally draw things toward you. That's just who you are. And not everyone can handle being around someone who shines that brightly. What the universe is telling you through the Empress is to stay in your creative power. Don't let someone else's negativity make you dim your light or second-guess your worth. Keep nurturing your projects, your relationships, your dreams. Keep being generous with your gifts and talents. The Empress doesn't need to defend herself because her very existence, her abundance and fertility and creative power, that's the evidence of her value. Let your results speak for themselves, Leo. Let your life be the proof that rises above whatever narrative someone else has been trying to create about you. I'm also getting with the Empress that there might be a woman in your life, someone maternal or nurturing, who's been a stabilizing force during whatever chaos has been happening. This could be your actual mother, a grandmother, an older sister, a female mentor, or just a friend who embodies that nurturing Empress energy. This person has your back and sees your true value. They might also be someone who helps you see the situation clearly and supports you in taking whatever action you need to take. The fifth card is the Star, and this is giving me chills because the Star is the card of hope, healing, and divine timing. After the Tower moments, after things fall apart, the Star appears to remind us that there's renewal coming, that healing is possible, that we can trust in the universe again. And the reason this card is so significant in your reading right now is that it's telling me that what's about to happen, this karmic reckoning, it's actually going to be healing for you, Leo. Sometimes we need situations to come to a head so we can finally address them and move forward. The Star suggests that once the truth comes out, once this person's behavior is exposed and dealt with, you're going to feel this huge sense of relief. Like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders. Things that have been confusing are going to make sense. People who you weren't sure about are going to show their true colors. And in that clarity, even though it might be uncomfortable at first, there's going to be this healing that takes place. The Star is also about authenticity and being true to yourself. I'm seeing that part of your journey here is learning to trust your intuition more, to honor what you feel even when you don't have concrete proof yet, to be willing to distance yourself from people whose energy doesn't feel right even if you can't articulate exactly why. The Star is asking you to stay connected to your higher self, to that part of you that knows the truth beyond what words and appearances might suggest. What I find really beautiful about the Star appearing in this reading is that it comes after the Tower energy, which we haven't pulled but which I sense is present in the background of this situation. Something has been unstable. Something has been built on shaky ground. And when it comes crashing down, which it's about to do, the Star promises that what gets built in its place will be more authentic and more aligned with your true path. The people who are meant to be in your life will remain or will come in. The opportunities that are truly yours won't be affected by someone else's attempt to sabotage you. I'm also getting with the Star that you might find healing through creative expression during this time. Maybe you write about this experience, or create art about it, or talk to a trusted friend who helps you process everything. The Star is about pouring yourself out, being vulnerable in a safe way, letting the healing waters of truth and authenticity wash over you. Don't bottle up what you're feeling, Leo. Find healthy ways to express and release it so it doesn't turn into bitterness or cynicism. The sixth and final card is Seven of Swords. And okay, this is the karma card that really seals the deal on this whole reading. The Seven of Swords is literally the card of deception, sneaking around, theft, and getting away with something, or at least thinking you're getting away with something. This card depicts someone trying to sneak off with swords they didn't earn, trying to take something that isn't theirs, operating in a way that's dishonest and underhanded. The fact that this card appears at the end of your reading tells me that everything I've been picking up on is accurate. Someone has been operating behind the scenes in a deceptive way. They have been trying to take something from you, whether that's your reputation, your peace of mind, opportunities, or relationships. The Seven of Swords confirms that yes, there has been sneaky behavior. Yes, there has been dishonesty. Yes, someone has been trying to get away with something while acting innocent to your face. But here's where the karma comes in, Leo. The Seven of Swords often appears when someone is about to get caught. See, they think they're being so clever, tiptoeing away with their stolen goods, congratulating themselves on how smart they are. But what they don't realize is that someone is watching. The universe sees everything, and there's a cosmic moment coming where what's been done in darkness is going to come into the light in a way this person never expected. I'm seeing a scenario where this person's own words or actions are going to expose them. Maybe they're going to slip up and say something to the wrong person. Maybe they're going to get so confident in their deception that they get sloppy. Maybe technology is going to play a role, like a message sent to the wrong person or a social media post that reveals more than they intended. The Seven of Swords can indicate that the very methods someone uses to deceive others end up being what exposes them. What I want you to understand, Leo, is that you don't have to be the one to orchestrate this person's downfall. Karma doesn't need your help to do its job. The Seven of Swords appearing in this position tells me that the universe has already set things in motion. The truth has a way of emerging all on its own. Your job is not to seek revenge or even to prove anything to anyone. Your job is to stay in your integrity, to keep being the authentic, generous-hearted Leo that you are, and to trust that what's meant to be revealed will be revealed in divine timing. I'm also getting that when this exposure happens, it might shock some people. There might be mutual friends or people in your circle who've been taken in by this person's act, who've believed their version of events, who maybe have even distanced themselves from you based on things they've heard. But when the Seven of Swords energy catches up with this person, when their deception is exposed, those same people are going to see everything differently. There's going to be this moment of collective realization where people go, oh, that's what was really happening. So bringing this all together, Leo, here's what the cards are telling you about this karmic situation. Someone has been operating against you using gossip, manipulation, and deceptive tactics, represented by that Page of Swords and Seven of Swords energy. They might try to distract you with emotional appeals shown by the Page of Cups, but the King of Swords energy is coming in to cut through all the nonsense with truth and clarity. Meanwhile, you've been in your Empress energy, creating and growing and being abundant, despite their attempts to undermine you. The star promises that when this all comes to light, there's going to be healing and renewal. And that Seven of Swords at the end confirms that yes, their karma is absolutely catching up with them, and they're not going to see it coming until it's already happened. What should you do with this information? Stay aware, but don't become obsessed with watching for the karma to unfold. Keep focusing on your own growth and your own path. Trust your intuition about people and situations. Don't be afraid to set boundaries with anyone whose energy feels off to you. And know that the universe has your back. The truth always comes out eventually, and justice always finds its way to those who've been wronged. Thanks for being here, Leo. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments what you're experiencing right now. And remember, your light is too bright to be dimmed by someone else's shadows.